If you're a single Christian, you've heard all of these. God's just preparing you. Your season is coming. When you stop looking, that's when God will bring them. My personal favorite, God told me to tell you your husband is on the way. Oh, really, Karen? Did God also tell you his estimated arrival time? Because I've been waiting, and the GPS is not updating. And then there's the classic, just focus on God and he'll give you the desires of your heart. Which sounds great until you've been focusing on God for 3 years, and the only thing he's given you is another wedding invitation, where you're sitting at the singles table next to somebody's weird cousin. Look, I know these people mean well, but I used to say some of this stuff too, and I need to be honest with you. I was wrong. A lot of this advice isn't just unhelpful, I think it actually hurts people. And I want to explain why. This is James. James just left his third wedding this year. He's sitting in his car in the parking lot, still wearing his suit, scrolling through Instagram, watching every couple he knows post their highlight reels. And he's doing that thing where you're happy for them, but also something in your chest is caving in at the same time. He's prayed about this. A lot. God, when is it my turn? Why do I have to watch everyone else get what I've been asking you for? And he's heard nothing. Not silence like God's angry, just nothing. And the worst part is, James is doing everything right. He's in church. He's in community. He's not chasing anyone out of desperation. He's genuinely trying to honor God with his singleness. And it still hasn't happened. So what's going on? Here's what every Christian video about singleness would tell James right now. God's timing is perfect. He's writing your love story. The right person is being prepared for you as we speak. Just be patient. And honestly, I was going to tell you the same thing. I had it scripted out, it sounded really nice and encouraging, and it would have made you feel warm for about 15 minutes. But while I was putting this video together, I realized something. That answer is lazy. It's a Christian fortune cookie. It sounds spiritual, but it doesn't actually help you understand what's happening. So let me give you what I wish someone had given me instead of a bumper sticker. Here's what nobody tells single Christians. You're treating a relationship like a destination. Like singleness is this awkward hallway you have to walk through before you get to the real room where your life actually starts. And everything right now, your job, your friendships, your growth, it all feels like filler episodes. The stuff you fast forward through to get to the good part. But what if the hallway is the room? What if this isn't the in-between? Paul says something in 1 Corinthians 7 that honestly makes most single people angry. He says he wishes everyone could be single like him. He calls it a gift. And I know that word makes you want to throw your phone right now. A gift? This is a gift? But Paul isn't being dismissive. He's saying that singleness isn't the absence of something. It's the presence of something. An opportunity to build with God that gets infinitely harder once another person enters the picture. You're not in the waiting room. You're in the room. And if you spend the whole time staring at the door waiting for someone to walk in, you'll miss everything God is doing while you're looking the other way. And I need to say something here that some of you won't like, but I'd rather be honest than popular. Some of you don't actually want a relationship. You want a rescue. You want someone to walk into your life and fix the loneliness, fix the insecurity, fix the feeling that something is missing. And I get that. I really do. But here's the problem. If you need a person to feel whole, a person will never be enough. Because you're asking a human being to fill something only God can fill. And when they inevitably can't because they're human, you won't think, oh, I was expecting too much. You'll think, they're not the right one. And you'll leave and look for the next person to carry a weight they were never built to hold. Psalm 37:4 says, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. But everyone reads the second half and skips the first. The desires come after the delight. Not as a transaction, not as a reward for good behavior. It's that when your soul is genuinely full from God, your desires actually change. You stop looking for someone to complete you and start looking for someone to walk with you. And those are two very different searches. James is still in the parking lot. The Instagram scrolling stopped a while ago. And he's just sitting there. He doesn't have an answer. God didn't send him a text saying, hang tight, she's coming in April. But something is shifting. Not the loneliness. That's still there. But the question changed. It went from God, when are you giving me someone, to God, what are you building in me right now that I'll miss if I'm only looking at the door? And honestly, he doesn't love that question. It's not as satisfying as a promise with a timeline. But it's more honest. And maybe right now, honest is enough. So here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to promise you that God has someone for you. I don't know that. And honestly, anyone who tells you they do is filling in lines that God left blank on purpose. Maybe he does. Maybe you'll meet them next month. Maybe it's years from now. Maybe it doesn't look anything like what you've been picturing. I don't know. But what I do know is this. If you can't be whole without a relationship, you won't be whole with one either. Matthew 6:33 says, "Seek first the kingdom, and all these things will be added to you." I can't tell you what all these things looks like for your life, but I can tell you where it starts, and it's not at the singles table at somebody's wedding. It starts here, in the room you're already in, whether somebody walks through that door or not.